As a whole, life is that age-old saying, life is a journey, and we learn along the way. And people often do improve with age. They gain the wisdom from experience, and we have to work on ourselves daily to be better than the person we were the day before, because we do make errors in judgment, we do make mistakes, we might accidentally hurt somebody else's feelings, even if it's not intentional. And we can have that side to us where someone rubs us up the wrong way and we want to get them back. And we have to learn from things like this to develop as a person and become better. We can all have those pangs of jealousy. More often than not, we don't want to hurt the other person or ruin it for the other person, but we can all have that, oh, I wish that was me, I wish I could do that. And that's to teach us something that we would like, and then we can work on it for ourselves. And a narcissistic individual, they're wired differently. They often get worse with age. They narcissists, they often kind of take on that victim mentality that becomes their personality. They also become more bitter and cynical with age. Now, it's very easy to become bitter and cynical. It's very easy when you are betrayed to be a victim. It's not so easy to dig ourselves out of that victim mentality. It's not so easy to kind of try and look at the positives in life. So we can all have those hurdles. We can all stumble. With a narcissist, they just follow the route of they're not the issue, everyone else is. So as they age, they become more bitter and cynical. Narcissistic individuals already lack empathy. However, the older they get, the less empathy they get, the less ability they have to feel what the people might be experiencing, and the more it's all about themselves. They can use their age to help them with things such as that increased sense of self-entitlement. They're less likely to consider the needs of those around them, and they're more likely to guilt trip others in order to get their needs met. They might, to sort of gain the pity, express the desire to change, yet they have no willingness to change because they don't see themselves as the problem. They believe that everybody else has caused the problem. So when they've pushed their family away, when their children are no longer interested in spending time with them, and their children might have tried for years before cutting back communication with them, whenever they do see their children, the narcissist can't help but have that little dig to undermine their children, to make their children feel worse, pushing them away all the more. But to the narcissist, it's the children that don't respect them, it's the children that don't appreciate them. Narcissistic individuals lack accountability, so they've spent their entire lives blaming others, and it's become a pattern of behaviour. It's become their second nature. Nothing's their fault. It's always everybody else's. It's always the woe is me, because they never had the strong enough desire to actually do something. When they don't achieve, they blame everyone else for taking the opportunity away from them. Now, you can have people that have genuinely tried and tried and tried and tried and failed and failed and tried and failed, that just kind of have had enough of life. But they don't display those narcissistic behaviours. They don't exploit people. They don't manipulate people. They're not envious of other people. They're not overly judgmental of others, because we're all capable of being judgmental. But an ageing narcissist will become even more judgmental with age. They can also become more grandiose. Those who have been able to get away with it and keep their enablers and flying monkeys to their side can believe they're above the rules, above the laws, and they can become more grandiose with age. Most people are more than capable of fearing the aging process. With a narcissist, it takes on a whole new level. They become fixated in regaining their youth rather than letting their youth go and learning from it and using the experience to enjoy sort of middle age or enjoy the later ages of life. They're looking to manipulate people and to deceive people to protect their self-image. They can become more verbally and emotionally aggressive towards people. Some can become more physically aggressive towards others. And there's no sort of filters there anymore. So where once they might have been worried or concerned about the perception of others, they use their age to no longer be concerned of their perception of others, and they attack more verbally towards people, putting other people down. They can have that exaggerated sense of victimhood. So again, nothing is ever their fault. It's always somebody else's fault. It's always that nobody was ever there for them. Nobody ever did anything for them. Nobody ever helped them. Even though their parents might have given them some money for the deposit for a home. The friend might have helped them get into a career. Their partner might have given something up in order to support the narcissist, achieve what they want. But they forget all about what anybody did for them. They were entitled to that. So they often have that exaggerated sense of victimhood. And we know within ourselves, when you've been around a narcissist, you've often been isolated and it's not pleasant. We can sort of choose to be in our own company and enjoy being in our own company. And because it's a choice, that's different to being isolated from somebody. With a narcissistic individual, as they age and as people become more aware, even if they don't know what they're actually dealing with, people can kind of take a step back from the narcissist. And the narcissist starts to lose their friends and their family, as well as losing people from death. They lose people because they pushed everybody away. Yet because they don't see themselves as the problem, they play the victim in this and they try and scapegoat everybody else. They move from person to person, exploiting each and every one until that they can't exploit them no more. And then when there's nobody left and they've lost their charm and their looks, and they can no longer manipulate a 19-year-old, a 40-year-old child of theirs because they've become wise to their games, they get incredibly offended and they seek to play the victim and blame anybody and everybody other than themselves. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.